Well, the July market it doesn't really tell you a whole lot about what's going to happen at Saratoga. I think that this year it tells you that there's still robust demand for racehorses, and that there's a little bit of a shortage of product in the pipeline for owners and trainers. So that's a good thing. That, you know, demand I think is still going to be strong, and the supply is not quite meeting that demand. But as far as the market and how it translates from July to Saratoga, it's really two different types of horses that are being sold. And so it doesn't tell you a whole lot. You know, I've seen a lot of years where July might be a little weak and then Saratoga is gangbusters, or vice versa. So it doesn't give us a whole lot of insight. The Melnick dispersal went really, really well, and I think that just shows people are hungry for racehorses. And in general, the yearling segment of the July sale was very solid. It wasn't like Boyd Browning said, people didn't check their brains at the door, but it was very fair on both sides, which I think was a good description of it. Well, Saratoga is a place that's very demanding on the type of horse you bring up here mentally, probably as much as it is physically. I mean, you got to have a horse that's fit. You want to bring them here with a little more weight on them because you're probably going to lose a little bit on the long van ride or the ship up. But really, you need a horse that can just adjust to a new environment, a lot of different things going on, and to show for a lot of days where, you know, if the average number of looks a horse might get in book 2 of September by the guy who ultimately buys it maybe is 3, here it's probably closer to 6, you know, because it's a small catalog. People have lots of time. It's kind of more of a social, fun thing for a lot of buyers to do. They love coming to Saratoga, and it's like a boutique browsing type experience as opposed to just hardcore business like it is in September. So you need to have a horse that can stand up to the rigors of that if you look at it 10 times, you're going to like it just as good on the 10th time as you did on the second time. You need to have a horse that has less flaws and is harder to pick apart. The bread and butter Saratoga horse for us is one that's just an impeccable physical specimen, has some sire power and just enough pedigree where it fits in, and it's not a fish out of water.
July sale reaffirmed the trends that we saw in the 2-year-old marketplace in 2014. Very active marketplace, lots of demand for quality horses, and reasonable demand for most of the horses in the catalog. So we were very pleased overall with the results of the July sale. I think it's a very positive indicator as we approach the Saratoga sale. Sales grounds have been full of lookers today, and the folks that showed yesterday were busy as well. People are giving very favorable reviews about the quality of horses they've seen. The consigners seem to be very comfortable and happy with the quality of horse they've brought to the sale. So it's the atmosphere is very positive and enthusiastic right now. Optimistic about a strong sale.